Today is a big day. Air Canada has finally announced the full details of its brand new Aeroplan loyalty program, a program that's been many years in the making. As of November 8th, 2020, the new Aeroplan will replace the current Aeroplan, offering members new ways to earn and redeem points that are almost entirely different from what we're accustomed to now. So without further ado, let's jump into all the details you need to know to understand the new Aeroplan program and get a head start on maximizing it for yourself. Let's get started. To begin this video, I wanted to say that there's so much information about the new Aeroplan program that it's going to be impossible for us to cover all of it in detail in this video. So I would encourage you to think of this video as an introduction to the new Aeroplan program, and over the coming days and weeks, we're going to have a lot more content over on princeoftravel.com, as well as here on the Prince of Travel YouTube channel to cover everything we need to know in detail. Now let's get started with a few key highlights from the new Aeroplan program. Number 1, the new Aeroplan program will launch on November 8th, 2020, and at that date, all of your existing Aeroplan miles will be honored one-to-one in the new program. Number 2, fuel surcharges or carrier-imposed surcharges will be eliminated on all Aeroplan flight rewards, including Air Canada flights and partner flights like Lufthansa. Number 3, the new Aeroplan's flight reward charts will be a hybrid between zonal and distance-based charts, with dynamic pricing on Air Canada flights and fixed pricing on partner-operated flights. Number 4, outside of Canada and the US, a stopover on a one-way flight will be permitted. Number 5, a new series of credit cards by TD, CIBC, and American Express with all new benefits will be rolled out, replacing the current set of co-branded cards. Number 6, Aeroplan Elite status will replace Air Canada Altitude as Air Canada's frequent flyer elite program, offering a wide range of new perks and benefits. Number 7, the new family sharing feature allows you and your family to pool your points together and earn points towards the next reward sooner. Number 8, the new Aeroplan will be closely integrated with Air Canada in every way, making it the first choice rewards program for Canadians whenever they travel. Now, with those key highlights out of the way, some of which are obviously very exciting, let's jump into all of the full details. Now, feel free to use the chapters tool at the bottom of the screen to scroll between different aspects of the program, whether you're most interested in learning about the new Aeroplan's flight rewards, the new Aeroplan credit cards, or the new Aeroplan Elite status. Let's begin with the details of the actual program launch. The new Aeroplan program will launch on November 8th, 2020. On that date, the existing Aeroplan.com website and the Aeroplan mobile app will be retired, and the new program will be launched as an integrated part of the aircanada.com website and Air Canada's mobile app. The program will launch with a brand new visual identity, phasing out the orange Aeroplan logo in favor of a new logo that aligns with Air Canada's overall design identity. Simultaneously, the currency of Aeroplan miles will be rebranded as Aeroplan points in the new program. We will now earn points to redeem for flights, while the currency of miles will only be retained in the context of elite status. Now, Air Canada had already confirmed that all Aeroplan members' existing miles will be honored one-to-one in the new program. So whatever your balance of Aeroplan miles is on November 7th will transform into your new Aeroplan points balance as of November 8th. So now that we know the launch date of November 8th, that gives us about 3 months' time to make Aeroplan bookings under the current Aeroplan program and take advantage of any sweet spots that might be devaluing or going away with the new Aeroplan flight rewards. And remember, you can always book trips up to 1 year in advance, so you can book any travel you want to book for 2021 under the current Aeroplan rules before those rules change. Now let's talk about what those new flight rewards under the new Aeroplan program will look like. Now, because there's so much information about the new flight rewards, we're going to split this discussion into 6 key facts, and then we're going to talk about each of those key facts in detail. Key fact number 1, the new flight reward charts is a hybrid chart based on both geographic zones and distance-based thresholds. Key fact number 2, flights operated by Air Canada are subject to dynamic pricing, while partner-operated flights are available at a fixed price. Key fact number 3, carrier-imposed surcharges will be eliminated as part of an overhaul to the fee structure. Key fact number 4, for any given redemption, members will be able to book in multiple different fare families. Key fact number 5, brand new routing and fare combination logic will be used, including a very generous stopover policy. Key fact number 6, the new Aeroplan search engine will be significantly improved. Let's begin with key fact number 1, the flight reward chart. The current Aeroplan chart divides the world into many geographic zones. However, under the new award chart, there will only be 4 zones in total. North America, including Hawaii, Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean. South America, the Atlantic zone, including Europe, Middle East, Africa, the Indian subcontinent, and Central Asia, and the Pacific zone, including East and Southeast Asia and Oceania. This creates a total of 10 separate award charts, 4 individual charts for travel within the 4 zones, plus 6 individual charts for travel between every combination of the 4 zones, such as between North America and Atlantic, between North America and Pacific, between South America and Atlantic, and so on and so forth. Each of these 10 charts are further divided into distance bands and classes of service. The combination of these 2 criteria determine the number of Aeroplan points required for any given one-way booking. So for example, if you are interested in booking a one-way direct flight in economy class from Vancouver to Los Angeles, you would refer to the Within North America award charts, and since the flight distance is 1,081 miles, you'd look at the row for 501 to 1,500 miles and the column for economy to see the pricing for a one-way flight. If you wanted to book a one-way flight in business class from Toronto to Munich, you'd refer to the chart between North America and Atlantic zones. And since the flight distance is 4,138 miles, you'd look at the row for 4,001 to 6,000 miles and the column for business to find your one-way pricing. So compared to the old Aeroplan award chart, there's a few more steps involved in finding the right price for your flight. First, you gotta find the right award chart out of the 10 possible award charts for your origin and destination pairing. Then you gotta find out the distance flown between the origin and destination and look that distance up against the distance thresholds on the side. And then you look up the class of service along the top and you'll identify the right price point for your flight. Now, instead of having to go through all this work, Aeroplan will also provide members with a points predictor tool, which will allow you to input your origin and destination cities and immediately get a sense of how many points you'll need to save up for your desired redemption. Now, one detail you might have noticed on the award charts is that each price point is actually split into 2 separate price points for Air Canada flights and for partner flights. And that brings us to key fact number 2. Under the new flight rewards, Air Canada flights are subject to dynamic pricing, which reflects greater integration between Air Canada, the airline, and Aeroplan, the loyalty program. In the past, under fixed mileage rewards, the seat availability on Air Canada was capacity controlled, which left many Aeroplan members frustrated when those limited seats got booked up and they weren't able to redeem miles on their preferred flights anymore. The new Aeroplan program will allow members to book any unsold seat on any Air Canada flight, with a dynamic pricing model tracking the underlying revenue fare for the next available seat and moving up and down accordingly. And that's similar to the market fare rewards under the legacy Aeroplan program. For any given redemption on the new reward charts, Air Canada publishes a range of prices that represents a predictable range of points that you'll likely need in 90% of cases, while there will be some outliers in either direction in the remaining 10% of cases. So for example, if you're booking a seat on an otherwise very empty flight, then you may only pay the lower end of the published range. Whereas if you're booking one of the last seats on a very busy flight, then you may end up paying closer to the higher end of the range. And finally, if you just happen to be booking the very, very last seat on any Air Canada flight to Europe on Christmas Eve, then you may well end up paying above the published price range, and that would be one of the 10% of exceptions to the 90% of predictable cases. So compared to before, there's going to be a much wider range of Air Canada flights that you can book with your Aeroplan points, because after all, you can book every last seat on every last flight. However, the prices for these redemptions will more accurately track the underlying cash fares. So if you're booking the last seat on a flight, which is going to be very expensive, then you also pay more points for the privilege of doing so. On the other hand, redemptions on partner airlines, such as the Global Star Alliance partners or independent partners like Etihad Airways, or even the domestic partners like Canadian North, will still be subject to fixed pricing and a limited set of seat availability. Now it's time for key fact number 3, and this is very, very exciting. There will be no more fuel surcharges on any Aeroplan redemption going forward. This includes Air Canada flights, Lufthansa flights, including Lufthansa First Class, and every other airline that used to charge fuel surcharges will no longer charge them going forward. This very positive change is accompanied by some other changes to the fee structure. Most notably, the new Aeroplan will introduce a $39 partner booking fee for any ticket that includes a flight segment operated by a partner airline other than Air Canada. Meanwhile, the phone booking fee of $30 per ticket will also remain in place. However, Air Canada's eventual goal is to make all itineraries, even the most complex ones, bookable online so that members no longer have a need to book via the contact center. In addition, there will also be changes to the structure for change and cancellation fees on Aeroplan reward tickets, and these fees are listed in this table. You'll notice here that the change and cancellation fees vary based on what seems like fare families: standard, flex, latitude, lowest, and flexible. And that brings us to the next key fact. For any given redemption, members will be able to book in multiple different fare families. This is a very common practice when you're booking paid flights, and under the new Aeroplan, members will also be able to book reward flights under different families in order to unlock incremental benefits. This applies on both Air Canada redemptions and partner airline redemptions. All of the reward prices that you see in the flight reward chart represent the standard or the lowest fare families, and members will be able to upgrade to the higher fare families by paying a points premium, and this premium will vary depending on the market and will reflect the value of the incremental benefits offered by each fare option, such as preferred seat selection and increased checked baggage allowance and more. Now let's talk about key fact number 5. There will be a brand new routing and fare combination logic, including a generous stopover policy that lets you add one stopover of extended duration at an intermediate point on every one-way journey outside of Canada and the US for an incremental fee of 5,000 Aeroplan points. So remember the Aeroplan Mini Round the World from the old program, which allowed you to add 2 stopovers for free on a round-trip flight? Well, now you'll still be allowed to add 2 stopovers on a round trip, but you'll have to pay 5,000 Aeroplan points per stopover, so that would be a total of 10,000 Aeroplan points. However, there's also the flexibility of adding just one stopover on a one-way flight, which would only cost 5,000 Aeroplan points too. So for example, you could fly from Vancouver to Frankfurt on Lufthansa, stay there for 2 weeks, and then fly to Beijing on Air China, all in business class. This would be a Vancouver-Beijing award with a stopover in Frankfurt, so we would price it out as follows. We would look at the chart for between North America and Pacific zones. We would identify the correct distance band based on the flight path, and then we would identify the business class pricing for partner airlines of 85,000 Aeroplan points. And then we would have to add 5,000 points for the stopover in Frankfurt for a total of 90,000 Aeroplan points. And on top of this, you would also pay the $39 partner award booking fee that we talked about, as well as any taxes and fees associated with the award, but you would pay $0 in carrier-imposed surcharges. Finally, key fact number 6, the new Aeroplan search engine will be significantly improved. The current search engine is known to be clunky at best and teeth-gnashingly frustrating at worst. When the new program launches as part of the Air Canada website, the process for redeeming Aeroplan awards online will be streamlined into the same booking engine as Air Canada revenue flights, marking a significant improvement in the user experience. The new search engine will return up to 150 search results for any given award search, and will allow members to sort and filter by price, airlines, departure and arrival times, and a variety of other criteria, just like when you're shopping for paid flights. There will also be the ability to search by city codes like YTO for Toronto or NYC for New York, among many other improvements. So that's a general sense of what the new flight rewards are going to look like. It's going to be very different from what we have now. And we've actually done some analysis on comparing the old and new award charts to tell you about the differences in the pricing for different awards, which you'll be able to access shortly after this video is published. The reality is that the majority of redemptions will be going up in price. However, there will be some very interesting sweet spots. In addition, the fact that surcharges are being eliminated across the board is a very, very positive development, and the ability to add a stopover on a one-way flight for 5,000 Aeroplan points will give Aeroplan members a lot more flexibility when planning their travels. I think overall, we all would have expected some form of devaluation with the flight rewards, and this new state of affairs, in my opinion, is about as good as we could have hoped for it to be. Now let's move on to another very exciting topic, the new Aeroplan co-branded credit cards. Here in Canada, Aeroplan's 3 financial partners of TD, CIBC, and American Express will all be continuing to issue co-branded credit cards. There's going to be a total of 10 credit cards that represent rebrandings of existing Aeroplan products. On TD's side, the TD Aeroplan Visa Platinum, Visa Infinite Privilege, and Visa Business will all be rebranded under their respective customer segments. On CIBC's side, the CIBC Aero Platinum Visa Card, the Aero Gold Visa Infinite, the Aero Gold Visa Infinite Privilege, and the Aero Gold Visa Card for Business will all be rebranded as the CIBC Aeroplan Visa Card, Visa Infinite Privilege, and Visa Business, respectively. And with American Express, the American Express Aeroplan Plus Gold Card and the American Express Aeroplan Plus Platinum Card will both be rebranded as the American Express Aeroplan Card and the American Express Aeroplan Reserve Card, respectively. And finally, there's going to be a new premium business card, the American Express Aeroplan Business Reserve Card, which will be launching as a brand new product. And details on this card will be announced later in August. Now, if you're a current cardholder of any of the Aeroplan co-branded credit cards, you should expect to hear from your bank over the coming weeks and months about the upcoming transition to the new products. And as of November 8th, 2020, all of the Aeroplan credit cards will transition into their new forms, and all of the new card benefits will kick in. Current cardholders will receive the replacement cards over a rolling 12-month period as they renew their cards for another year. Now, the most significant benefits to the Aeroplan credit cards will be found in each card's perks and benefits. Let's go through each of the key benefits one by one. Number 1, preferred pricing. Aeroplan credit card holders may receive more favorable pricing on Air Canada flight rewards as part of the overall dynamic pricing algorithm. Number 2, a free first check back. Core and premium card holders will receive this benefit on Air Canada flights, whether booked with cash or points, for the primary card holder and up to 8 passengers traveling on the same reservation. Number 3, shared benefits with secondary card holders. Core and premium card holders' benefits extend to their supplementary card holders as well, greatly expanding the value of the Aeroplan credit cards for any particular household. Number 4, Maple Leaf Lounge access. Premium card holders will receive unlimited access to Maple Leaf Lounges prior to boarding an Air Canada flight in any class of service, whether booked with cash or points, and this is going to be a tremendously valuable benefit. Number 5, priority airport services standby and upgrade. Premium card holders will receive priority check-in, boarding, and standby, as well as a higher priority on the upgrade list on Air Canada flights in any class of service, whether booked with cash or points. Number 6, an annual worldwide companion pass for premium card holders upon reaching $25,000 of annual eligible spending. This worldwide companion pass will be valid for paid travel on Air Canada flights all around the world, and the pricing will depend on the specific geography that you're traveling to. Finally, there are also a handful of benefits relating to the Aeroplan Elite Status qualification for premium card holders, and no matter which Aeroplan credit card you hold, your Aeroplan points will never expire. We will, of course, discuss each of these benefits in greater detail in our future content, but for now, I would say that they represent very exciting new benefits, especially the unlimited Maple Leaf Lounge access on the premium cards. Now let's also talk about what's happening to the annual fees on these Aeroplan credit cards. Subject to further confirmation, it's my understanding that the annual fees on all the Aeroplan credit cards will be increasing in conjunction with all the new benefits that they're introducing. This means that if you sign up for any of these cards now, before they formally launch on November 8th, you'll be able to pay a lower annual fee for the first year, but still get to try out all of the new benefits for most of the first year after November 8th launch date. However, the flip side to this is that as a current cardholder, you'll likely miss out on the new sign-up bonuses on the new Aeroplan credit cards when they launch as of November 8th. And these sign-up bonuses will be announced later on in due course, closer to the November 8th launch date. and Air Canada has said that we should all expect something amazing for the sign-up bonus. So I would recommend waiting around and seeing what that bonus is, because it promises to be very exciting. The next part of the new Aeroplan program that I wanted to introduce to you is a set of very exciting new features that are sure to offer more value to Aeroplan members as they earn and redeem points. New feature number 1 is family sharing, which will allow Aeroplan members to pool their points together with their trusted family members and reach their rewards collectively much faster. Aeroplan members can form family sharing groups with up to 8 members in total, and the sharing works on both the earning and redemption side. What I mean by that is whenever a family member earns points, those points get added to the collective family's points balance. And whenever a family member redeems Aeroplan points, there's going to be no ability to designate whether those points are deducted from their own points balance or another family member's points balance. Instead, the points for that redemption will come out of all family members' accounts and will be deducted proportionally to everyone's respective points balances. This means that you really got to form your family sharing groups with people that you trust, because you're all going to be earning and redeeming your Aeroplan points as a collective whole. New feature number 2 is known as points in cash, which gives Aeroplan members the option of paying for their redemption in one of 4 different ways, depending on how many points they want to spend and how much cash they want to spend. On one side, Aeroplan members will be able to pay for the entire redemption in points with $0 in cash, whereas on the other side, Aeroplan members will be able to use only 60% of the regular number of Aeroplan points for that award and pay for the remaining 40% of the points component with cash. The specific valuation for Aeroplan points that will be used to calculate the points in cash feature will vary depending on a number of different parameters and will likely change over time. Now, the next 2 new features are both part of the new Aeroplan Elite Status program. First, we have Priority Rewards, which is going to be a new type of benefit that rewards Aeroplan members for their spending with Air Canada. Each Priority Reward voucher will be redeemable for an incredible 50% discount on any eligible flight redemption at the time of booking. So for example, if you're booking a flight reward that costs 25,000 Aeroplan points, then you'll only pay 12,500 Aeroplan points if you redeem a Priority Reward. If the regular price is 60,000 Aeroplan points, you'll only pay 30,000 points, and so on. Priority rewards will be linked to how many status qualification dollars, or SQDs, you're able to rack up during each calendar year. And remember, SQDs represent how much you spend on Air Canada flights. Members will earn 1 priority reward voucher at the thresholds of 4,000, 7,000, 10,000, and 15,000 SQDs, as well as every 5,000 SQDs subsequently, up to a maximum of 50,000 SQDs, for a total of 11 priority reward vouchers for the year. And as of the new program's launch on November 8th, Aeroplan 35K members and above will also receive priority rewards as a special launch bonus, which they can redeem immediately. Now, members will be able to redeem their priority rewards on different sets of eligible flights depending on their elite status. So as you can see, 25K and 35K members will be limited to redeeming priority rewards on economy class flights within Canada and the US. 50K members get to redeem on flights up to premium economy within all of North America. 75K members get to redeem on flights up to premium economy worldwide. And super elite members get to redeem on up to business class flights worldwide. Finally, let's talk about the last new exciting feature, which is known as Status Pass. The Status Pass benefit will allow Aeroplan 50K, 75K, and Super Elite members to bestow their elite privileges upon friends, family members, loved ones, or colleagues, even when they are not traveling together. Recipients of the Status Pass, as well as up to 9 fellow passengers on the same reservation, will be treated to the same benefits as the status holder themselves, including priority check-in, security clearance, boarding, and baggage handling for up to 3 checked bags, as well as Maple Leaf Lounge access prior to their flight. Unfortunately, Star Alliance Gold benefits will not be included as part of Status Pass. So as you can see, there's going to be 4 very exciting new features in the new Aeroplan program that we've never seen before. And I'm sure those of you who are earning and redeeming points in 2-player mode or 3-player mode, earning as a family, are going to really appreciate the family sharing feature. Whereas for those of you with Aeroplan Elite status, the Priority Reward and the Status Pass are looking to be very, very exciting. And speaking of Aeroplan Elite status, let's talk about that. Aeroplan Elite Status will be Air Canada's new Elite Frequent Flyer program, replacing the current Air Canada Altitude. The new Elite Status tiers will be undergoing a rebrand as well, and will be known simply as 25K, 35K, 50K, 75K, and Super Elite. At the same time, altitude qualifying miles, altitude qualifying segments, and altitude qualifying dollars will be renamed status qualifying miles, status qualifying segments, and status qualifying dollars, SQM, SQS, and SQD respectively. Now, even though there are many cosmetic changes to the Aeroplan Elite status, the actual qualification criteria themselves, as well as the actual elite privileges, remain largely unchanged. The biggest changes are the introduction of the priority rewards and the status pass as we described before, and also Aeroplan Elite status members will be receiving preferred pricing on Air Canada flights as part of the overall dynamic pricing algorithm. In addition, for those who don't actually fly with Air Canada all that often through paid tickets, there will be a possibility to earn Aeroplan Elite status through earning Aeroplan points alone. Members who earn 100,000 Aeroplan points per year from eligible sources, which includes credit card spending, e-store purchases, and flight activity, but excludes welcome bonuses and credit card and hotel transfers, will instantly be rewarded with Aeroplan 25K status. The final change that we need to go over is the points earning structure on Air Canada flights. Currently, members earn Aeroplan miles on Air Canada flights based on a certain percentage of the distance flown on the flight, as well as the fare that the flight was booked in. But starting later in 2021, Air Canada will be simplifying the points earning structure on Air Canada flights, and in other words, it's going to be based on the fare that you paid instead of the distance you're flying. If you book a flight in basic economy, then you're going to earn 2 times the points based on the fare that you paid. Whereas if you book a flight in any other fare family other than basic economy, then you'll earn 3 times the points based on the fare you paid. In addition, you'll also get bonus multipliers based on your Aeroplan Elite status. So if you're a 25K or 35K member, you'll get an additional 1x the points based on your fare. If you're a 50K, you'll get an additional 2x. If you're a 75K, an additional 3x, and a Super Elite, an additional 4x. Now, unfortunately, the flight earning structure going from a distance-based one to a revenue-based one usually means that you'll earn fewer points on your Air Canada flights compared to before. However, that's not necessarily going to be the case for everyone. For example, if you usually look for the cheapest fares and you usually book basic economy, then right now you don't get to earn any Aeroplan miles on your flights. But going forward, you'll earn at least 2 times the points on your basic economy fares. And also, don't forget that this new revenue-based earning structure only applies on flights issued by Air Canada. If you book tickets with other partners like Star Alliance International Partners or Etihad Airways, then you'll still be subject to the usual distance-based earning charts, which still lets you earn a higher number of Aeroplan points for the flights that you book. And with that, we've touched upon basically everything you need to know about the new Aeroplan program when it launches on November 8th, 2020. However, there's still a lot of detailed analysis and discussion that we haven't been able to get into in this video, and so I'd invite you to check back frequently over on princeoftravel.com over the coming days and weeks, where we have a whole series of articles and posts scheduled to help you understand everything you need to know in the greatest level of detail about the new Aeroplan program, about how it's going to change from the current Aeroplan, and what you need to do to prepare for that change. And furthermore, Air Canada says that what we're learning today is only about 60% of what's to come with the new Aeroplan program. So we're going to have to keep our eyes peeled throughout the rest of 2020 and into 2021 for all the new exciting details and features and benefits that are about to come. And so now more than ever, if you found this video helpful in introducing you to the new Aeroplan program, then please do hit the like button and subscribe to the Prince of Travel YouTube channel so you don't miss my future videos talking about my impressions, my reactions, my strategies with the new Aeroplan program, as well as all the details that we've yet to hear about, the new Aeroplan program, the new credit cards with the new sign-up bonuses, and everything that's coming our way. I'm sure you're bursting at the seams with your first impressions, your questions, your ideas for booking trips under the new Aeroplan flight rewards. I want to hear all your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you this weekend on the channel with another video and a live stream session so we can all discuss the new Aeroplan in more detail after we've had some time to absorb all the details. I'll see you then.